Against this right back, Charlie, definitely. Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
People, deluded, make sure you get your Trapaholic keys, man. www.trapaholic.co.uk. Come on, man, make sure you get it, man. Don't miss out. Come on. Day up. Look, it's all matching and shit. I've seen come with a black and gold, like, come on.
People, deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
Because you always use that active red light, defenders. I think it's like. Because you always use that active red light, defenders. I think it's like.
People, deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on, Ian. People, deluded, I'm back again. I wasn't planning on going live today. Obviously, it's not the typical background, but we maneuver. It just didn't feel right, especially because I'm not doing a watch along for Arsenal, Bournemouth. Better yet, Bournemouth versus Arsenal. You know, best of luck to the boys and them things there. Obviously, tomorrow we'll be reacting to the game and them things there at some point. I believe it's Leeds Chelsea, watch along business. I think it's City Newcastle, watch along business. So 3 streams tomorrow. Monday is Man United Liverpool. We will be watching that, so it's a get back. You know, I hope when I'm probably the rare enough is smacking off my head and I check the fixtures. Hopefully Arsenal done their thing. Last time I checked, Harry Kane, you know, he's a spud. He come from our academy, but I think he scored, and that's his, I think, 1,000th goal for Spurs or something like that, and definitely like 250th for them in the. It's some mad thing that I don't even know, but Kane's 30, isn't it? It didn't feel right not going live in some sort of way, shape, or form. As usual, hope you lot are doing well and safe. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night. This will be a shorter live stream than typically, people, but you get me. I hope you're all doing well and safe. Hope you've all had a great weekend. Hope you're all chilling, whatever you're doing. Any talking points, opinions, get them in throughout the course of this live stream. I hope you all can hear me well and safe as well. Please let me know if I'm just talking to myself. Someone just say muted or something. We're going to look at the press conference. We're going to look at this Pepe stuff. Ainsley Maitland-Niles to West Ham, apologies, is back being filtered. Apparently, there's optimism around Martinelli and Bukayo Saka signing new deals. You hope him, Saka, Saliba get new deals. They are contracted until 2024, same time as Granit Xhaka, where that's obviously going to be touch and go. They will keep him if he wants to stay. Cedric and Pablo Maria also contracted until then. And the man of the moment in this live stream in terms of Nicolas Pepe as well. As you know, it is what it is. You can't imagine the club doesn't know exactly what they would like to do with all of these players. And I think a lot of you probably do as well. Smash the like button. Twitch gang, what's up, man? I hope you're all doing well and safe. 15 likes, you lot are boying it, man. God bless everyone who's hit that like button, man. But yeah, man. What are you lot saying? Can't lie, we got a multitask, bro. We got to be getting our pre-drink on and them. Almost collapsed. We got to be getting our pre-drink on people and them things there, man. DG, you heard Dirk finally slid for Von. Less said that, man. That's all the next stuff, man. Less said that. I don't know what all that sort of stuff is, man. Deluded, my guy, and I'll link up due. Come on, mileage overdue, my guy, man. It's all timing, man. I'm trying to be like you, bro. I see you playing. What's that game on Call of Duty? Warzone. It's inspirational and all them things and all them games, man. I'm fucking shit at that. I'm just there for the vibes. How was the Spuds game? Heard Wolves played well. I didn't know anything, man. I just literally just browsing. I see that Kane scored around the hour mark. It just tells me what we know about Spurs. They're very sluggish, very rugged. You know, they do the Conte greasy winning things. It's not really lit. Of course, I'm going to try and water it down any opportunity I get, but you need to be able to win ugly, and they did. I can't lie, in relation to Arsenal Bournemouth, man, I think we'll win today, but I'm kind of nervous. I don't know, man. Obviously, Bournemouth is kind of an important fixture, I'd say, where Arteta is concerned, because weren't that technically his first game? I know he kind of picked the team forever in a way, but yeah, man, DG, have you ever been told you look like Bourgeois? No, I've never been told that, you know. That must be your first, man. That's very original, my broski. I wish I heard that before. Who, me? He looks like me, man. He looks like me. I don't look like him. DG, blink twice if you've been kidnapped. He said, nah, not a kidnapped thing. Away game. Literally, away game settings, man. Away game settings. Loaning Pepe does nothing for Arsenal. I hear you, but at the same time, it does. Like, obviously, you want him moved on permanently if you could. A bit like the same rhetoric around moving on Bellerin. Bit harsh, but I'd say Pablo Marie and Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Anytime you're not utilizing an asset, their wages are probably competitive. You know, Ainsley could probably get better wages / the same at West Ham, but he's on 50 odd grand. You know, Marie, not that I'm pocket watching. Marie ain't on no liquid boy thing either. Bellerin, again, talk of ripping up deals and things like that. Are we that big of a team that we can have a £72 million signing on probably 140 or that sort of region? Pepe is probably one of our highest earners already. You know, can we have Bellerin as probably our third choice right back on 100 grand? So we need to save peace. So if they'll take some of Pepe's wages, you know, and give us a little loan fee, and him being back in France could obviously put him into the shop window next summer with a year left on his deal. Maybe, obviously, it's probably unrealistic, but at 28 when he returns with over 12 months at the time, maybe he finally has an Arsenal career. We're at where we're at. We knew Pepe's a tough sell, not really because of ability. You know, in terms of natural ability, not that that's everything. He's probably one of the best in our club, but you need application, you need all these things. It just hasn't worked out for Pepe. There's nothing wrong with that. It just hasn't banged people. You're not stupid. That it just didn't work. Like, it is what it is. If we don't bring in a winger, then whether you rate Pepe or not, just in terms of bodies and having something in the squad, then I'm looking at us again, because you go back to January. I'm not. You know, Aubameyang, whether he should have stayed is neither here nor there. You know, Callum Chambers, Ainsley, all of these guys could have went in Jan, but could they have helped us potentially? You know, again, and we've shown that no matter what the public might say, if we can't find that alleged target, like obviously Vlahovic didn't bang in January, that didn't happen for us. No one was spending 70 odd million on Isaac and all these things. So we went without a striker. Obviously, Eddie got his little emergence. Lacazette lost his form. Maybe the same logic is with right wing, really. And I'll be keen to see what's going on. Still paying 14 million per year for his transfer fees. Crazy. Pepe seems to have personally turned down a permanent move. I think he wants to rip up Liga and get a bigger move next season. Maybe, man. Shout out Patrick. He do his thing, man. Obviously, we just have to hold our L with Pepe, man. Like, we're at where we're at, bros, man. And we've been out there. We're at where we're at. DG, can I get my mod back? What did you do to lose it? You must have done something, man. You must have done something, my bro. You got to take that one there to VAR. I'm not even going to cap, man. That's got to be VAR to fight. I don't know, man. What'd you do? But, yeah, man. Was all right. Spurs flat for most of it. Wolves cut them open a lot, but no cutting edge. And if you don't apply cutting edge, you don't win games in the Premier League. Where's the green screen? I'm not where I normally am, man. You're just going to have to hold it, man. You still got this sexy face, and that lighting ain't as kind and whatnot, but it is what it is. Shout out Dermot as well. So, yeah, man, let's all hit the like button. Let's go get to 100 likes. What's good, DG Day? Oh, my guy, got my health. Blessed, always here with you lot, you know, appreciative to you lot tuned in. Things could be better, they could be worse. Yo, DG got kicked out of the Emirates. Yeah, man, they finally said I got a goal, man. I got the cut still. Now, I was a mod on my other account, but I don't have the password. All right, my guy, let me do that now. Comment again now. Don't even watch that. Found your account. Why is it not? Add moderator. There you are, man. There you are, man. Who's here all the time as well? Davey Boy's here all the time as well. You need to be granted that as well, man. You need to grab that as well. That's our next mod. Dermot is here all the time. That's our next mod. Who better to regulate than the people then, man, and make sure there's no foolishness. Leah said, big up Deluded. I usually watch your videos, but this time I finally caught you live. I appreciate that, man. I heard Neves balled out. Bro, he needs to do his thing, man. Yeah, Wolves mid was 30. Nunes balled out for Wolves, ball carrying cold. The Portuguese links are busting Wolves. I can't lie, Edu. The Brazil, the Portuguese thing, we need to clamp that. We need to make that our thing. I can't lie, because you look at some of the players that come through there. Bernardo Silva, yes, initially come via Monaco, but he's there. Ruben Diaz, when you look at them City boys, Cancelo was obviously around there. I can't lie, Pedro Neto's coming out of my FPL team. I tried the thing. It didn't bang this week. I tried the thing. He's coming out of the team, man. DG fight predictions, AJ versus Usyk. I mean, it's Team AJ all the way, but the man, they are different, man. Them Russian sort of man are different still, like really. And AJ's my guy, but you're not nasty enough, my guy, man. You're not nasty. You just jumped on this boxing thing. I'm not gonna say you're not a fighter, but them man, they are fighters. I hope he doesn't suffer 2 L's because you're done out here, isn't it? Really and truly, what fights are you gonna get if you don't body usually? What fights are you gonna get? Probably Dylan White and them thing there. You know, Fury might do it for the bag, but them big blockbuster fights in general, obviously you got Eddie Howe. It's not gonna bang, is it? It's not gonna bang. Man said usually gonna slaughter the guy. Let's be real. Inshallah, it doesn't happen. Man said, "Down my chocolate done. White chocolate, Davey. It's cool, man. Gelly love it all, man. Hey, DG, hope all is well for you. Hopefully Arsenal win today. Appreciate that. Nunez was lit. Needs more time to adapt. I hear that. Pardon me, Guedes had a good game, but wasn't ruthless in the final third. So this is the Premier League. You don't take your chances. You don't get 3 points, man. It's not about playing well. It's about winning. Kane, the heartbreak kid, HBK settings. He says, Dermot, man. So, yeah, it is well. It is really and truly, people. 37 likes. The energy is horrible for you. Horrible. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. I think West Ham should sign Emerson to cover Cresswell. It looks like they're renegotiating talks. Wolves need another striker. Neves is close to impossible and expensive. Also, he wants United move like Gakpo, so we have limited targets. I think he wants United move, but then again, you hear Barca are willing to, you know, you will park you off till next summer sort of thing. There's a couple of next summer dons, and apparently he's oh shit, what the fuck? Apparently he's one of them. This is why you shouldn't extend your legs before they bust at one sec. What the fuck? Hey, oh, cool. I thought I did that. I know you not heard that. It's a mad thing, but it's cool. Like I said, I'm breaking up people's shit, and it's not mine, boy. I need to be easy. I wish I was in my own chair. This chair is hurting, man. This is small, and this ain't icy freeze friendly, I'll say, man. It's very small than that, man. It's crazy. So, yeah, man, I think Arsenal should inquire for Pino. I think we probably have done our due diligence, man. You know, everybody's scouting everyone, man. Everyone's looking at everyone. If we're looking for a right winger, then naturally, looking doesn't mean buying someone, but naturally, Arsenal, and not just us, every club, looked at Pedro Neto, looked at Cody Gakpo, looked at Yeremy Pino, especially if you're looking for a winger. Logically, everybody is scouting everyone. Everyone's interested in everyone. Now, whether that interest and scouting goes extends to bidding and talking with advisors, even more time, everybody's talking with everyone's advisors to see the feasibility of a deal. Everyone's chatting to everyone. I bet you half of these transfers, these guys that have moved to Arsenal or elsewhere, I bet you they could have went elsewhere. Everybody's interested in everyone, man. It's like moving together. Everyone gets all the numbers. Only certain men are going to pursue one, pursue the other. Cocktails this, cocktails that. Everybody's chatting with everyone, really and truly, man. DG ain't in the change room. You ain't in the match day squad like Spence. Allow me. I don't mind, bro. I don't mind. Arsenal title challenges, I would love it. But come on, man. Pattern up, man. Pattern up. Let's just stay humble. Keep working hard. See where we go with that, innit? Calm down, Arsenal fans. Calm down, because I'm bookmarking it. I'm not going to lie. I hope we do. But I'm going to remind you lot, because you lot are living in some serious la-la land, man. Stop doing balloons. Heard Ainsley might go West Ham. He might need to. Hey, Chad, chill out, man. It's all good, man. It's cool, man. It's all good, man. Spence out the squad again. DG low move this season. Bro, he's going to make... I wouldn't say yet. But when you read between the lines, obviously, Spence, bro, what? Because you had a little loan spell at Nottingham Forest. Conte can't necessarily expect you to do a madness in the Prem. And you look at all them new signings there, it looks like they're all taking time to adapt and all of those sort of things, get up to speed. But he's a fullback. He should have half a chance, really. Obviously, you got Perisic and all these things, but yeah, he's gonna have to listen. And when you look at Conte's words around it, you know, I type it in on there's an article in the Athletic. Type it on Google. He was like, "Oh, Spence is a club signing. I sanction it." When man are saying it's a club signing, obviously if he's wavy, you'll play him. But that's like, alright, you're not really the guy. But then again, who from Spurs' initial signings? I don't even know if Perisic started today. He might have. I swear he come off the bench against Chelsea. Who's really starting? Basuma is holding bench. Richarlison is holding bench. Spence not part of the squad. So you got to take time. And when Conte feels you're ready, he's ready, man. DJ, you gas for Zinny Ball today. Serious left back settings, brother. Hopefully, you know, Zinchenko get in there and do a thing. Perisic started and got an assist. So yeah, maybe, you know, Perisic was on the bench against Chelsea, or did he start? But yeah, he's had to take time with it. So when Conte's ready, and for Spence, he's got to get up to speed. As much as he's a signing for the future and he could be a good player, bro, Conte's trying to fight for the league and do these things. He's here for right now. Who's ready right now? You know, obviously, you look at Sessegnon. He took a while to get chances under Conte. It looks like he's doing the thing. He's getting his chances, man. Emerson's there as well. Look like to be one of the first out. Is it an originals thing tonight? Not for me, bro. Triple captain Jesus better return. You know, I can't lie. I did that as well, man. Dream chasing. I played my bench boost last week, and it banged because I think Cucurella did a madness. Couple man on the bench did a madness. I'm sure was it last week? Mbuemo helped slaughter United. He done a mazza. I got snaked because I put Martinelli in my team, and for some reason it didn't update. I didn't have Martinelli. It's cool, man. I didn't watch the Spurs game to have a proper opinion, but from what you lot are saying, Wolves were good. You know, Spurs were a bit sluggish, but ultimately Spurs won, innit? I know what I would. You can't play like that all the time. You will be in trouble, but I know what I would want to do in it. You know, you got to playing well or winning points. It doesn't necessarily correlate, man. It is what it is regarding that, man. So I don't know about Arsenal title challenges, but yeah, man, I hope so, bro. I hope so. I really do, man. You know, the more we can do that, the better. What was I gonna say to you lot as well, man? We might as well, obviously, it's a shorter stream than usual. We might as well. What's going on here? How do I share my screen with you guys? Oh, this is so difficult via one tab, man. Without on one screen. How the hell do I do this? Technology is not being kind, man. I only say entire screen, window. Oh, shit here, man. Let's just get straight into it straight away. What do you lot see on your screen? All right, you see what I see. Do you see I see? I'm joking. But anyways, people, looking at this sort of stuff, just because I pressed on time, I want to get straight into it. In relation to Martinelli, like Bukayo Saka, where Arteta was quite bullish, and we're going to look at it. Mr. Mark Bryans has said, I understand that contract talks with Gabriel Martinelli have recently opened, expect to be on much improved terms, rightly so, would be seen as a reward for fine form, given he still has plenty of time to run on a current deal and club already has an option to extend by a year. I mean, this is what we need to do, be a bit more proactive, you know. Obviously, the last time Saka's contract, we got there over the line. Eddie, we got there over the line, and there's probably a lot more I'm forgetting about. Balogun, you know, we need to keep doing this, really, you know. Again, renewing players' contracts, keeping players part of the squad, improving on what you've got, building on all that chemistry and all that jazz is just important as buying new players. I know working on the training ground, improving players, continuity, extended balancing the team, all them sort of stuff. It's not sexy, in it. Like, we like to watch all or nothing and things, but it's not sexy. People don't want to hear that. More time, big boy signing, wavy stuff, really. You know, people don't really want to hear how you improve players. You know, Jesus, no one wants to hear about his weaknesses, but, you know, we already know what you're good at. You're wavy. Work on your weaknesses, next level. And Martinelli, again, let's be real. Him, Saka, Saliba, there's resale value. Not everyone's going to be here forever. Obviously, when you listen to Saka, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, they say things like, oh, I want to be at Arsenal forever. I want to be captain forever. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I don't doubt that. But let's be real. They're naive young men. And I'm not saying they ain't got ability to play anywhere else. Klopp is always waxing lyrical about Martinelli, but they're young players being given an opportunity in a young squad to play. It's very different from when these lot are seasoned pros, mid-20s, late 20s. If Arsenal are not doing certain things, yo, I want to move on. You know, it's not, you know, I don't know if Martinelli grew up wanting to play for Arsenal. He probably wanted to play for them Spanish teams there. So there's that one in it. You know, I've made my peace with the fact that I think Martinelli's going to play for one of the big boys in Spain one day. I think Saliba the same, and potentially Gabriel. I'll be heartbroken if Smith Rowe and Saka leave, but it is what it is. So it's nice to see that we're looking after that. Obviously, it's nice to see people rewarded, people that actually deserve contracts, really. So step in the right direction. It's not over yet, but step in the right direction. Apparently, David Moyes is very keen on signing Ainsley Maitland-Niles on loan. However, at this stage, it's more likely to be a permanent move, which the club are tempted to. Yeah, none of this loan business. Unless there's another option in Ainsley's deal to extend it from 2023 to 2024, it don't help us. You're going to loan a man out, pick up a couple of million in a loan fee, and then he's busting out. Let the man go. I can't begrudge him for wanting to go to West Ham. David Moyes is a 30 gaffer. West Ham are nearer the top of the table, trying to break into the top 6 and do things. They're playing in Europe. Obviously, the London factor as well. He's got a girlfriend and that who's pregnant. Again, not that I know any of that, but does she want to give birth in the next part of England or in another country? So they would provide you with that. You know, go do your thing, really and truly. Competitive squad. You're in London, which got to be real. So yeah, we need to move Ainsley on. Really, it's over now. I'd badly love Ainsley to have an opportunity, Hayland and that, but it's done now. People, we need to be real with ourselves. It's all over. There's no way turning back unless a madness happen. What was we getting into as well, man? So yeah, that's Martinelli. Where's the Bukayo Saka thing? It's probably there somewhere, but apparently Arsenal's £45 million bargain. How incredible Jesus has transformed Arteta's attack already. You're right, though. For me, I love Jesus. His mentality, his ability to affect the game, like against Palace when he hasn't necessarily scored. Obviously, he can lay on his teammates. He can score incredible goals and will score more incredible goals. That was a fantastic finish. Alexis Sanchez vibes against Leicester. Equally, there were some scatty goals like he throughout pre-season. Just put the ball in the back of the net. You know, just tap it in. Not every goal has to be glamorous, but they all count. You don't get more brownie points. You know, you don't get double points if you score from outside the area or any of that. And respectfully to Laka, I mean, I haven't got it to hand, but I'm sure you all saw the circulating heat maps with Lacazette last season against Leicester City and Gabriel Jesus and the areas they're at. Bob, Lacazette was near our centre-backs and the heat map weren't heating. It was barely in the final third at all. You know, Jesus was more, he dropped deep at the halfway line and he sent it to the left and the right and he's all over in the box. This is what we need. Jesus is, he's played 2 games, but I'm quite confident he's going to be one of the best signings we've made of this Emirates era, in my humble opinion. Again, respectfully to Aubameyang, I think he's going to be an even bigger fan favourite. We've done a lot wrong, but I think him, Martin Odegaard, and a couple other things, but him and Martin Odegaard in last recent years, wavy signings, man, wavy signings. This is the blueprint, man. He's a leader. He's all these things. Of course, as much as if you're going to believe in someone, you should believe in Jesus. He can't solve all our problems. He can't do it alone. He's human, innit? Unless you're Messi and Ronaldo historically, I'm not expecting abnormal levels of consistency every game. The man's human. Again, Mikel Arteta keeps saying it. We can't keep relying on 2-3 players to score goals. We need other people to score goals. Saka, hopefully today, your shooting boots return. Odegaard, I hope you can bring that to the table. Martinelli, keep going. Jesus, keep going. Eddie, and your opportunities, do your thing. Xhaka keep putting balls into the back of the net. I would love for our centre-back, Gabriel, to outscore certain wingers again, man. Certain dons at Stamford Bridge and certain Kennington youths over there at Man United. I don't even know who they are. They could never say they're wingers. But anyways, people, yeah, as we know, 2 games, 2 goals, 6 points. And he's waving. For me, it's his humility, because you should be humble in life, especially before it humbles you. But he's got every reason to be up his own arse paws. You know, every reason to not want to do things. But the man's humble. He don't think he's better than anyone. He wants to shine and all of these sort of things. And it looks like we've inspired some confidence back in the lad, which he keeps saying, people. So, yeah, man, he did well. Arteta said that's the standard. I wouldn't like to play against him. I've never been a defender, but I can imagine they don't enjoy it. Bro, he's strong. He's wavy Brazilian stuff. It's just lit, man. Obviously, Aubameyang and Lacazette, he's almost a fusion of them. Like Aubameyang, he carries a goal-scoring threat. And Lacazette, obviously, Lacazette couldn't do that. But the general play, the pressing, he could do all of them things to the point where fans overcompensated. Jesus does that, so you don't need to do such, people. Pardon me. Respectfully to Lacazette, you know, we shouldn't be in a position where we're relying on someone. But this is, to call this mediocre is even being kind, bro. Man scored twice from open playing the league last year. You know, while we was fighting for fourth and things like that, when you start breaking it down, it's nonsense. You know, it's foolishness, really. Jesus has eclipsed that already. And I don't like to get at Laka because he was doing his thing, people. In his 20 starts last season, Lacazette had just 31 touches of the ball in the penny area. Jesus has had 26. And for me, it's as simple as Jesus wants to get there and Jesus is physically able to. I'm not going to... Lacazette's a professional athlete at the end of the day. He's fitter than all of us. But in the grand scheme of the Premier League world and that, you know, and them sort of things, but you look like you just come out the pub, bro. Like, he's not dynamic enough. Like, Lacazette would drop too deep. He would never get into the box. And Lacazette, you know, I think he just broke down physically throughout his years. There used to be a time where he would get into the box and he was a smart finisher, a bit like Jesus. Like, Lacazette's finishes are quite smart. He'll make a yard of space for himself and pull it in. I think he lost that ability, and, you know, it became quite comical of his misses, really and truly. And, you know, them things there. Saying that, Lacazette did help us get a point at Crystal Palace at home, really. I won't lie to you, but it's crazy, you know. He's also taken 8 shots from inside the 18-yard box during those games. It took Lacazette until his 9th start Boxing Day last season to hit that number. It's brazy, people, man. This is brazy. The work he does for the team is unbelievable. He says, Xhaka, we're more than happy. Happy would be an understatement if you were looking for a word to describe how those at Arsenal feel about Jesus' few months at the club. They were always convinced he would make the difference. Come on, the only thing you say with Jesus is you need to end the season with 15 plus goals. I think 20 in the league. Whatever you do in all comps and assists is your business, but I need to see 20. You lot told me I was being harsh in general with the modern day strikers and they're not really bagging that. So 15, 20, and then that's it, because that's the only thing with Jesus. You're a wavy player. Can you be the guy now? It's not just him. Respectfully, if Jesus was the guy like that, he'd still be at City, a more important player, or go elsewhere. It's touch and go. We need a wavy player. You are that. He needs a platform. Let's go. A bit like Odegaard. If Odegaard was doing his thing, and it's not all the players' fault, he'd still be at Madrid or someone else, really. You know, he needs to, he's been on the scene. He needs to make headwinds and go from just being a talented player to someone 30 in the grand schemes of football, really and truly, people. So it is what it is with that. But the guy is wavy. Smash the like button, people. The guy's just, to call him wavy is an understatement. Sorry, I come off the screen. He's an example too. He was good during all the years I spent with him. He's an incredible player, always hungry for goals, which is the best quality as a striker. He doesn't stop at all. He's a guy who's always happy for the team. The team is always first, and the club is always in front of any individual thing. Shout out to Zinchenko, people. One of the big reasons he opted to join Arsenal over multiple options this summer was the responsibility that Mikel Arteta was offering him, and that's true, really. He's a boss already, man. You know, I don't agree with all this. You got to wait. He's been at the club too long, bro. He's a boss. Like, he's been at City. Him, Zinchenko, set the levels in it. Make sure, man, are doing things in a certain sort of way. And then again, you know, you, man, they're not the finished articles, but they've been there, wore the T-shirt. They've played in Champions League final. Who else in the Arsenal team can say they did? They've won the league a couple times and other trophies. You won FA Cup, but how much people could see it? You know, it's what you do every day that makes you a champion. How you eat, how you recover, all these sort of things. And even if people at the club, which I don't feel are unprofessional, that will gas you. If you see, come on, no one likes to be stupid. If you're going training and 10 people are doing something, you don't want to be the one man looking like a mug. If you do, then you're not 30, you're a wet wipe. But you're going to start patterning up, really and truly. And I do think, as much as it's down for Mikel Arteta, I think a lot of players, for us to get to where we need to, that flip, that light bulb, you know, not the Arteta team tool, but that light bulb has to go off in the players' heads. You can take people to the water, you can't help them drink, you know. Whatever you say about Xhaka, the man's a mentality monster. Obviously, Jesus and Zinchenko have brought that, and I actually like Ramsdale and Tierney with that. There's leaders there. You know, leaders don't mean just shouting and things. It's just about having integrity and carrying on and maneuvering in certain sort of ways, people. As we know, Jesus is, you know, and he's shown his quality off the pitch as well. He's organizing the Brazilian people, men and the women in the team, to take pictures and all these things. He's looking after Marquinhos, encouraging him to learn English and things like that. That's what you want to see. Is boss stuff, really and truly. Shout out Jesus. I don't know who this brother is, but apparently Arsenal, Chelsea have been looking at this Adelet guy, people. I've never, obviously, this is, you know, where's this again? Australia. So I don't know this guy, but Adelaide United have turned down a bid from Giants Chelsea for budding playmaker Johnny Yull, with the clubs unable to agree a fee for the gifted teenager. Long story short, he went on a 2-week trial. It didn't bang, people. Apparently, he's got interest from them. He returned early. The Chelsea thing didn't bang, people. Currently, he's on the radar of Arsenal and Brighton as well, but it doesn't look like we've moved too far. And ironically enough, it seems like his parents moved to Australia because he's actually UK born, so there wouldn't be any red tape around patterning that, really. So know nothing about the guy. Just says Chelsea were onto him. We're interested in Brighton, in it. In relation to team news later today, everybody is okay. As you saw, we had Cedric, Fabio, and Emil play with the under-21s, and they look fit, and they trained with us all week, so they're available for selection. So everybody's fresh home. Everything is cool, really and truly. It's lovely to see. And now Arteta's got problems now, you know, really. RIP Steve Braddock as well, one of our ground staff, sadly lost his life, man. RIP, you thoughts with your family at this difficult time, of course, which is very unfortunate. And again, you have to cherish your life, people. It sounds cliche, but it is. You know, Mikel Arteta's press conference on the confidence of the squad right now. It's great to win and perform the way we are performing at the moment, but it's just 2 games. We have a whole season ahead of us. Let's focus on the next match and what we have to do and the areas where we can improve, people, which I can't disagree with any of that. On not getting carried away with our good form. Again, it's just 2 games. It's nothing. The whole season is still to play for. We know that. We are very conscious of that. And we are very conscious of the improvements we still need to make as a team to close those games better, to play better. And this has been our whole aim all week. On the challenge of Bournemouth, it'll be a really tough match. I've been there many, many times. I know how tough it is. I know to expect the atmosphere to be hectic, and that's what I expect as well, why I'm a bit nervous. It's a team that is used to winning, and they've got a very good home record, because last year they had a really successful season and they started well this season. I know Scott Parker very, very well. I know they're going to make it a really difficult game for us. And him being an ex-Chelsea and Spud, man, he'd want to spoil our early season party, people. On their style of play, I know it's a good mixture between what Bournemouth used to do and what Scott Parker is as a manager. I think he has evolved the team in a really positive way. They have a really clear idea of how they want to play, a very clear identity as well, and they execute that against any opponent, and credit to them for what they're doing. On the coaching aspect, really good. I always admired him as a player, Cap. His character, I know him personally as well, pretty well, and I'm really happy for him. The way he presents himself and the way he wants to play this game, I think is great for the game to have managers who want to play that way he wants to. I wish him the best of luck apart from tomorrow. His fashion sense is irrelevant, people. Obviously, he's bigged up Gabriel Jesus, people, on the start he's made. There's not been any changes really from Man City. On the difference a confident striker can make to a team. You've seen it with Aubameyang, with Lacazette, and you will see times where Jesus is scoring and not scoring. I mean, strikers are, you know, the weirdest sort of bunch. They stop scoring 2 games. They don't score 2 games. They feel sorry for themselves. When everything's going right, it is really. So there's that. On if our good start has changed our transfer plans, I hope not. No, we are still in the same position. Obviously, the market gives you a lot of information and something that maybe you can expect that you could get, you're not getting, and the same when it's ins and outs. But we are focused on the players that we have right now and getting the best out of them. On senior players appearing for the under-21s, 100%. I think there were 3 different cases. Marquinhos has been playing with the under-21s, and we didn't believe that it was necessary for him to play again. So what, is he part of the first team now, training, and he might get opportunities? So yeah, you've used this early season / pre-season to maybe convince Arteta that you could be utilised. Obviously, with Reece Nelson's injury, with Pepe potentially leaving the football club, with our pursuit or whatever happens with a winger, we've been here with Rafinha, with this guy and that guy, Marquinhos, probably that is affected. In relation to Fabio and Emil, they have been injured. They haven't had any minutes. They needed that exposure. Obviously, Cedric just playing, you're not going to play again, people. And when he starts to look at the league table after 10 or 12 games, tell them again, Arteta. I think that's more or less when everything starts to play a little bit and you understand where you are. Because of the schedules, the fixtures are going to play a big part in that. But I don't focus too much on that. Probably at the end of March, April, that's when it starts to really matter. I mean, when I say that on my YouTube channel, no one takes it in. So nice to see the gaffer can. Obviously, he wants the right players brought in. It has to be the right player, and it has to be the right person, and it has to be the right player. We want to only bring top quality through that door. Otherwise, it's not worth it. I'll be totally happy and focused on getting the best out of these players. When asked about potential outgoings, and again, just before I read anything, there's a paragraph for Pepe. There's nothing on Ainsley and the rest of them, so that means there's probably nothing, you know. If he did want to keep Pepe, he would say that. But when you say things like this, it's saying a lot but saying nothing. Pardon me. And Arteta is very, I think, clear in his communication, definitely based on how he started at Arsenal. What we can communicate, we always do when it's the right moment. We discussed that we have a big squad, we have made some decisions, and we've allowed some players to leave. Until the window is closed, everything is possible with any player. On Ainsley, again, we are addressing those personally and internally. On Bellerin, not at the moment, no update. And it's like the other situations. He bigged up Granit Xhaka, people. And he obviously didn't play down the wanting to have open training sessions at the Emirates. If you remember, Arteta had his first game as a gaffer at Bournemouth. It was raining. I got very wet. I was excited and nervous and very much looking forward to what was coming. It seems like a long time ago. It was, man. Obviously, he's going to adapt and change as a manager. Ramsdale is beginning to face criticism. And naturally, I mean, even when those were bigging up Ramsdale, he was still doing these brain farts. I like Ramsdale a lot. You just need to improve, I would say, your near post. Kind of calm it down when to get off the line and things like that and cut out the bozo moments. But other than that, he's cool, man. Obviously, Fabio Vieira is an extremely versatile player. Mikel Arteta demanded he played on the right for the under-21s, and it's not really my sort of winger because he's more Odegaard and Smith-Rowe-esque. He wants to connect in the intricate spaces, but it is an option, really and truly. Fabio's versatility is something that caught our eye, and we believe that he's going to give us a lot of options. It's about nurturing how they work together and the type of players that Fabio needs around him to exploit his qualities, which we feel in this side could be very powerful. So we have to wait and see how that develops. When asked about Marquinhos, I'm very happy with him. He's adapted very well, and he's a really likable figure in the dressing room and around Coley. His language is not great yet, but I think physically has been pretty exceptional for someone who has come from Brazil and has a different way to train and play, but he's done it. I think he's got the qualities for how we want to play. We'll keep him here for another few months and make sure that he establishes himself at the club and in the team. Afterwards, we'll see what the best movement for his career is. And obviously, maybe, if Arsenal not going to play him, it makes complete sense to go out on loan, but you got to add in the human aspect. This is an 18-year-old man who's just packed up from Brazil and just moved to London. Yeah, he's got bare Portuguese man at the club on and off the field, but it's a lot to take in, because training is for a couple hours a day. He's still got to go Tesco's. He's got to do this. He might eat, not that he would need it, but he might even look at Oyster card on the underground and be like, what the fuck is this sort of thing? So you can't really bring a man from Brazil. You can, but from Brazil in London for a bit, and then he goes wherever. Maybe we're just saying, you know what, you get up to speed psychologically, mentally, learn the language, feel comfortable. Obviously, he's probably going to and from training with other dons that are Brazilian and that. You got Jesus. Obviously, if you keep doing what you're doing, like Arteta has said, sooner rather than later, you'll get your opportunity, and it's down to him to take it. And then in January, if he's become a bit certy, but it's not quite adapting, what needs to be done. So yeah, good on him. He's doing what he can, innit? Hope he does his thing, man. On if he'll feature in the Premier League. For every player, there's the option to play there. If he trains and convinces us that he's at the level to do that, then he'll have that opportunity. In relation to Saka, people, I'm very confident that we as a club, Bakayo and his family and his agent are very much aligned on what we want to achieve. I would like to get that done because I don't want the player or anybody distracted in the middle of the season, but those things take time and have to go through the right process. On the potential link up with Smith Rowe and Fabio Vieira, we want players that make each other better, amen. And in order to do that, first of all, there has to be a chemistry between those players and understanding and timing and different qualities that they need in order to get what we want to get done. We are building that relationship. Fabio has been training with us for a week, so he needs to develop and see where he clicks and where he can make a big impact for the team. On whether that will help improve the decision-making in the final third, I think it should, man. On whether he intends to go to as many under-21 games as possible, obviously he'll go to as many as he can, but he's got a bag of things he needs to pattern. We obviously have a big squad, people, but we're going to have to clip certain man. So that's that. I think we've offered this as well. Obviously the team's changed a lot as well. You lot can read that for yourselves. RIP Steve each and every time, people. Unfortunately, he's lost his battle with a long-term illness. Born and bred Arsenal fan. Thoughts are with his family, man. It's shit news. We've all got to go one day, but you have to judge your life on how you've impacted others, and look at what he's done. He's impacted a lot of people, innit? So his legacy will always live on, man. Thoughts are with his family. RIP Steve. Moving away from that, what is this with Mikel Arteta? I think this with me personally, people. But in relation to Arsenal, that was a personal article. I'm not going to bore you lot with that because there's been a lot of the jargon-filled articles. Arsenal in talks with Nice over Nicolas Pepe loan. Now, this is something we've known for a while, but the big man David Ornstein is confirming this now. Arsenal are in talks with French side Nice over a loan deal for Nicolas Pepe. It has been believed all summer that Arsenal's chances of recruiting a new winger in the summer market rested on Pepe departing. The Athletic understands that signing a wider player is Arsenal's primary focus between now and the end of the window, but they will only sign a player they believe truly improves the first team. As you know, people, Marquinhos is expected to remain rather than going out on loan. We just basically read what Mikel Arteta said in relation to Pepe. It's a bit of a sad way to end, but boy. And what's this? Arsenal must prioritize Saliba, Saka, Martinelli contracts as soon as the window shuts. Amen, man. Amen. Just in terms of resale value. And there's going to, if certain other man, you'd imagine the Gabriels, the Tomiyasus, Zinchenko, who's just signed Odegaard in the next 18 months or so, their new deals might have to get patterned really and truly, people, So let's hope so. But all their agents are probably licking their lips. Obviously, I'm quite confident Martinelli signs a new deal. It is what it is with Saka. I'm a bit 50-50. I think we will get there with Saliba. But if I was Saliba, I wouldn't sign one just yet. I think Arteta has backed up his words with playing you. But there needs to be a lot more than just that in it sort of thing. So with that, if it will let me return, I think that's it really and truly. Big up you lot locked in, people, as usual. I hope you're doing well and safe, as I've already discussed. 76 likes. Can we get to 100, folks? Other than Brazil, who wins the World Cup, you have to back France. Ramsdale's distribution is top, man, and I like his leadership. He just got to pattern 1-2 things, and he's all right, man. He just got to pattern one things. Fulham lead Brentford. Bobby Reed goal in the first minute. Bobby 6, man. Bench starting to look nice. Yeah, there are different ways to lead. Some lead from the back and some lead from the treatment table. Fucking hell, man. Arsenal just need winning mindset. I want to see more players being the first person in the gym and last guy out. I hear that. If you think about it, we're nearly back to prime Alexis year's levels with possibly a better team. The potential is high and my confidence is high in the starting team. I hear that, bro. Jesus is really focused. Laka, was really broken down, and it's sad to see Laka still secretly at the club. What does that mean? Wasn't the strike Arsenal got, but as a good person, hard work type. But is where it is with Laka. Glad he's gone too. Shout out Charlie. Rogers on Fifano and Telemans. Some of the players are not in the right frame of mind. You mean Fifano is saying, yo, I want to bust out, pattern the Chelsea agreement. I want to keep it moving. Telemans is saying, you know what I'm on. If it's not North London, I'll go somewhere else, man. Pepe will be a hit at Nice. Arteta ruined him and never played to his strengths. Stop spamming. I mean, I wouldn't say he ruined him. You had 2 gaffers and it didn't really work out, man. Longberg was kind of onto you as well. It kind of worked out on the Longberg, but yeah, man. I don't know about that, man. I can't verify that, my guy. One love for subscribing you on Twitch. Appreciative for that one. We got to start on the front foot as we usually do and kill off the game and manage the game over 90 minutes, man. You know, it's not an assurance that you can't, it's not sustainable, better yet, to play, to start off great for 10 minutes and then whatever. And there's been games, Palace, we kind of did that to a degree, Leicester, definitely where Chelsea away is concerned. Man United at home, we've got to learn to adapt, man. Temporary change, man. Would you make of Telemans not starting? I can't blame Rodgers. If people are not focused, you can't play them, innit? It is what it is. What I would say, I'd be frustrated because bite the bullet. Obviously, it looked like Chelsea's interest in Fofana came out of nowhere. Probably didn't expect that. But Telemans and Arsenal are playing a waiting game. You should have froze them out already. But saying that, Leicester have been impacted in the transfer market. You need to kind of play them. It is looking at shambles for Leicester. I think they might struggle this year. I want to be wrong. I like them. Parefoot Mercato. Pepe's camp is looking for a non-option loan so that they can control things with a year left on his deal. Really? That makes sense. We never gave him a real chance. I hear that, man. I hear that. What happened to the green screen? It's back next one. Next time you see me live, it'll be back, man. Just cool, man. Just cool, man. He's humble too. Gets the head down and makes it happen as you should. As you should, man. As you should. One love to you lot tuned in, man. What's the time, Carl? I'm going to have to go see the store. So, yeah, man. I mean, if we could just bring in, for me, a winger, a central midfield-based player, I think we'd be a lot better, but it's all long at this football, but it's really and truly. Yuri Telemans, I mean, you must imagine that Chelsea and Arsenal, whether Arsenal get Telemans and they don't get Fofana or vice versa, they've told them the plan's in it. Fofana's clearly going to force his way out of the club. Like, it is what it is. He's agreed a 6-year contract with Chelsea, you know. He wants the move to happen. It will happen, in my opinion. It's just a waiting game, really. You got to dot I's and cross T's. Telemans, via your advisor, they must have. Arsenal must have told you their plans, really and truly. Apparently, Ronaldinho said on Jesus, at Arsenal, he has been given the chance to be the focal point. He has been shown the love by the coach and the fans, and he's already repaying that. This season, I expect big things from him. He will repay the love shown him. Ronaldinho's not talking about certain man's Brazilian players. You get it? Ronaldinho knows. Let's get Ronaldinho a half-time job, man. We need to see the skillers. Apparently, Nice have communicated their first offer for Nicolas Pepe to Arsenal alone with an option, without an option to purchase. There's still no agreement between the clubs, in particular on how to cover the players' wages. So is it 50-50? Is it 60-40? If I'm Nice, if I'm paying all his wages, I'm not giving you a loan fee, or we need to do 60-40. If I'm Arsenal, stuff has to happen. I mean, Arsene Wenger always said Iwobi was the number 8, them sort of central-based players. How does Gakpo want United over Arsenal at this point? It's mad. I mean, he's got his Dutch brethrens over them sides. Obviously, the propaganda that is done between Ajax and PSV, United got that in a headlock, really and truly. You know, you got Ruud van Nistelrooy, the coach of obviously PSV, where Ajax are concerned. Van der Sar's lurking in the back burner, so it makes sense, really and truly. And maybe he backs himself more at United than Arsenal, away from what both clubs may or may not be doing. Maybe he says, you know what, Rashford looks a bit needy. I reckon I can get in ahead of him versus Martinelli and Smith Rowe. I don't know, really and truly. But it seems like their interest is actually concrete, and the others aren't, man. So I'm not too sure, man, really and truly, why you'd want that. Once again, you're right, man. We got to kill off games we got to kill off games, man. We got to start on the front foot. Again, the key is to quiet the fans, man. The fans, them from Bournemouth, are going to be at it. You know, they got promoted. They're going to live every day like it's their last. It's a small little kind of shit stadium. We know what time it is. And for Arsenal, we've got to be able to do that several times up and down the country, because that's when I'm really shook. Big up Iwobi for doing his thing. No longer relevant to Arsenal, but a Highland Academy graduate. If Anthony is 80 million, Saka and Martinelli are priceless. I love it. I love it. Perisic 33 starting, but we can't get Melanza starting. Crazy. To be honest, the way you man are moving, Ten Hag might as well start his dons. The guys that haven't been part of the Banduli. Pepe's time at Arsenal is over. Just let him go. Amen. Just let him go, bro. I was hoping Martinelli would be Anthony's agent after their gold in the Olympics trust, but listen, if United are getting costed an arm and a leg for him, we're not. I like Anthony. I think it's a Brazil bias, but the prices they're looking for are mad. It's actually always these games that get me nervous. It's so booky. Trust me, anything away from home, I'm a bit shook anyways. Hard to beat. Looks like some incomings will be coming on deadline day. I hope we don't have to wait till then, bro. I really hope we don't have to wait till then. But you never know, really and truly. It might just be that. It might just be that. But I can't lie, people. As I said, what's this? If we won't go for Pino, Gakpo is the best option, in my opinion, though. I'd rather not buy no one. I can't lie. But with that, though, as I said, it's a shorter live stream, people. I've got to keep it moving or I'm going to be late. Appreciative to you lot that have been tuned in. Tomorrow is normal service. We'll definitely have about 3 live streams. Arsenal reaction, whatever happens in this Bournemouth game at some point. So make sure you're checking your Twitch and YouTube and you're setting your reminders. I'm definitely watching Newcastle versus City, and definitely Leeds Chelsea. Monday, Man United versus Liverpool. We'll be doing a watch along for all of that. So hopefully the next time we see you lot, I see you lot and you lot see me, we've got 9 points on the board, people, because I don't want this to stop. As usual, appreciative to all of you lot that have been tuned in. Hit the like button if you haven't. Can we end it with 100 likes? I'm going to love and leave you lot. Enjoy your weekend, folks.
There's always that active red light defenders. I think it's like